Hello everyone and welcome to the Free Range Diva. Today I want to talk to you about 5 things you can do to give your body what it needs as it's approaching 60, 70 and beyond. If you are a couple of generations away from that, share this video with some of your elderly relatives and friends. Because I believe that what I'm going to be talking about today is very, very important. It's very easy, and I think you're going to love it when you hear it. So let's get started. So this video was inspired by an article that I recently read in AARP magazine that was called What Your Body Needs at 70 Plus. Now I'm 65, I'm approaching 70, and it felt like this had some info in it that was very, very important and very, very easy. And because we want to have not only longevity, but we want to have vibrancy and the ability to really enjoy life during our senior years. So let's just jump right in and start with number 1. Get plenty of fiber. As we get older, our requirements for fiber increases. Fiber stabilizes blood sugar levels. It balances your insulin levels. It is your best friend if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic. Fiber feeds your gut bacteria. It also bulks up your stools and helps the body escort toxins out. For women over 70, it's recommended that we get 21 grams of fiber per day, and for men, 30 grams of fiber per day. No, maybe 5% of our population gets that much. So how can you get more fiber in your diet? Number 1 at the top of the list is bran cereal. This particular one that I have here has whole wheat flour, wheat bran, cane sugar, flaxseed, oat bran, barley, sea salt, and vitamin E. This one gives you 7 grams of fiber per serving, which is about 25% of your daily requirement. You can add bran to, you can just eat bran cereal, obviously. You can add it to oatmeal by taking something like this, like that cereal, and putting it in your food processor or spice grinder, grinding it up, and then just adding it straight into your oatmeal in the mornings for a little extra, because oatmeal is soluble fiber and this bran is insoluble fiber, so you're getting a double dose of exactly what you need. Some high fiber fruits include passion fruit at 10 grams per 100 grams, avocado and raspberries both at about 6 grams for every 100 grams. Veggies that are high in fiber include lima beans, peas, acorn squash, cooked collards, parsnips, artichokes, okras, sweet potatoes, and barley has about 6 grams of fiber per serving. So get a lot of fruits and vegetables and these whole grains into your diet, and that'll help you get to that 21 grams that you need, or 30 grams that you need per day. Number 2, protein. One of the dangers of getting older is becoming frail, losing muscle mass. Getting enough digestible, high-quality protein in your diet will go a long way towards preventing what's known as sarcopenia, or the loss of this muscle mass. Another thing that's important is resistance training, where you use the weight of the body to help build muscle mass. I love these resistance bands because it's a great way to increase, as you see, you're pulling on this, so you're increasing your muscle mass, but doing it in a safe way. And these are, you can find these everywhere. They'll either be labeled as resistance bands or Pilates bands, and they are Walmart, Target, Amazon, pretty much anywhere, sporting goods stores, you can find sets of these, and they usually come in sets with different tensions, so that you can start with something that doesn't have a lot of tension and then work your way up to the bands that have much more tension as you increase your muscle mass. I can't stress how important it is on this one, because frailty is one of those things that, you know, if we have an older family member and we've watched them decline, that's pretty much the first thing that you see is this loss in muscles and their inability to really lift and move and support their weight. Number 3 is to eat regular meals every day. The article cites a study that was done in Japan that found that being underweight can be a greater risk to your health than being overweight. Now this is something, it's interesting because the minute I read this, it's something that I didn't really know here, but intuitively here, I knew it. It makes so much sense. We hear a lot about maintaining, not being overweight when you get older because of the health consequences of carrying too much weight. But being underweight can be a problem as well. More fat means that you have more cushion, for example, when you fall. More fat means that you have reserves if you get sick or if you have to go into the hospital. Fat is what the body uses to fuel itself to help you recover. If it doesn't have any fat in reserves, your recovery is going to be much, much, much more difficult. Not eating regularly is something that I am guilty of because sometimes your appetite, as you get older, you just lose your appetite. I know sometimes in the morning I don't feel like eating. There's other things I want to do and I feel like, let me just get this stuff done, and then I'll sit down and eat, and suddenly it's 11:30 and I'm having lunch and I completely missed breakfast. So strive to maintain a healthy weight with a good percentage of that weight being muscles and a good percentage of it being fat. And you'll be great as you go forward and into the future. Number 4 is getting dietary calcium. We know that calcium is important for bone strength, helping you maintain bone mass. It also helps the heart maintain its rhythm, as well as certain other functions in the body. But the best, most digestible and bioavailable way of getting calcium is through calcium-rich foods. I'm going to pause a minute because it is 82 degrees in here and I need to turn the fan on. Hold on. Okay, I have it down low, so hopefully the sound of it won't be too distracting. So we're talking about calcium. Calcium-rich foods includes dairy, number 1, particularly if you get grass-fed dairy products, because then you get calcium along with vitamin D, which is its best friend when it comes to doing its job the way that it's supposed to do. Sources include yogurt with 200 milligrams per 6 ounces. Cheese has 2 slices of cheese has about 300 milligrams. 1 cup of cottage cheese has about 250 milligrams of calcium, digestible calcium. 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day is ideal. If you can't tolerate or don't eat dairy, you're going to have a harder time. You can get calcium from certain vegetables like broccoli, leafy greens, things like that. But when you're talking about digestible calcium, you're more than likely going to have to think about supplementation. I don't supplement calcium. I had my bone density tested right after menopause, right after I went through menopause, and it was great because I do those things that build strong bones, like exercising and eating a dairy-rich diet. There was no need for me to supplement. But if you do find that you need to supplement, look for something. The problem with calcium is that too much can be highly inflammatory. So you want to look for something that is right around the recommended daily amount, and then have it combined with magnesium, which helps absorption and also counteracts the inflammatory properties of calcium, and vitamin D. These 3 things together are going to be your best friend when it comes to preserving your bones and staying strong, in addition to weight-bearing exercises, which is what we just talked about. And number 5, my absolute favorite, is eat the rainbow. That's right, eat, please, no beige food. Do not sit down to a plate full of beige and brown food and white food. Don't do it. I love color, I love it in life, and I want to see it on my plate. So make sure that you fill your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables. The antioxidants in fruits and vegetables will help to improve your vascular function, raise your healthy HDL cholesterol, lower the LDL, the unhealthy cholesterol. It also lowers homocysteine levels, which means you will have a very happy and healthy heart well into your senior years. And if you're already struggling with heart issues, it's going to help improve that. The more vegetables, colorful vegetables that you can get on your plate, not white potatoes, the better off you're going to be. So eat tomatoes, red and yellow bell peppers and orange bell peppers, purple cabbage, purple cauliflower, orange cauliflower, beets, yellow squash, leafy greens. These are all things that are going to make you not only feel better, look better, and have more energy to go out and do the things that you want to do through the course of your day. Now I'm going to attach to this video another video that I did in which I make macadamia nut banana bread. And it's the oatmeal flour, the macadamia nuts, the bananas that make this bread a fiber powerhouse. And additionally, it's low in sugar because I used maple syrup, which is a lower glycemic sugar, and I don't use a lot of it. So if you want to see that, it'll go up either right after, shortly at the same time as this one, depending on if I can get my act together to get all my editing done, or in a couple of hours after. Either way, look for that. I will link it somewhere and let you know, and that will then sort of support what I've been talking about in this video by showing you real food in action. And then the final thing that I want to say is that I don't care what kind of diet you are on. What I care about is the quality of the food that you eat. So make sure that your vegetables are locally grown or organic if you can't get anything locally grown. Make sure that that there are no preservatives, or at least try and keep preservatives out of your diet as much as you possibly can. Stick with real whole foods. If you're having eggs, make sure that they are organic. If you're having dairy, full fat from grass-fed organic cows is going to give you the biggest nutritional bang for your buck. So put a big dollop of Greek yogurt on your oatmeal in the morning. Or, if you're having eggs, add a little feta cheese and some spinach to those eggs and turn them into an omelet for your breakfast. There's so many great recipe ideas and ways that you can incorporate everything that I've talked about here into your diet, and I hope to be able to revisit this throughout the coming weeks with more recipes and meal ideas to help you be vibrant and beautiful and strong as you approach 60, 70, 80, 90. My mother turns 90 next year. So, listen to the Diva, listen to AARP, and if that article is online, I will link it below. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for me today. I thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got something out of this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. That really, you have no idea how much that helps the channel and helps the YouTube algorithm spread this around. If you are younger, you're not at your senior years yet, share this with people you know who are. And finally, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I make videos usually on Fridays. Sometimes I'll throw in an extra here and there. But yeah, usually you can find me right here on Fridays. Okay, everybody, until I see you again in my next video, I'm wishing you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves. Eat the rainbow. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.